Hey everyone, welcome back to this Roblox Studio beginner series. In our last video, we explored the scripting basics of Lua in Roblox Studio. Today, we're going to make our game even more interactive by adding two fun mechanics, a jump pad and a speed boost pad. These elements are great for creating dynamic gameplay and they're super easy to implement. Let's jump right in. First, let's create a jump pad that will launch the player into the air. Start by inserting a part into the workspace and resizing it to look like a jump pad. Make sure to anchor it so it stays in place during gameplay. Now, with our part in place, we need to insert a script to make this pad functional. With the part selected in the Explorer, click the plus icon and select Script. Let's rename this script to Jump Pad. And while we're at it, let's rename our part to Jump Pad as well. And on second thought, let's do Jump Pad Script so there's no confusion. And it should open by default. If it doesn't open, just double click the script and it should open in the script editor. We are going to remove this print hello world line and we are ready to begin. We need to get a reference to our jump pad. And we need a variable for the jump force. We will now hook up a function to our touched event on the jump pad to apply an upward force to the character whenever they touch it. So on the touched event, we want to check and see if it is a character that is touching the part. And in order to do that, we need to get a reference to our character's humanoid root part. Then let's do an if statement for checking to see if there is a humanoid root part found. And if there is, we are going to use a body velocity to apply an upward force. And we want to use that body velocity to apply a force upwards. This next line is something we need to do whenever using a body velocity. We need to set the maximum force that can be applied to the body velocity, and so we want to have an unlimited force on the y-axis, which is the up and down axis. We then want to set the parent last to make the force application instant. And then we want to remove the force after a short delay. Here's how it works. When the player touches the pad, this script finds their humanoid root part and creates a body velocity object to apply an instant force upwards. We use game::get_service_debris to automatically remove the force after a short delay, ensuring it only pushes the player once. Let's hit play and test it out. And there you go. We now have a fully functional jump pad that launches the player when they step on it. Feel free to adjust the jump force variable to make the player jump higher or lower. Now let's move on to creating a speed boost pad. So let's head back over to our scene view and let's insert another part into the workspace and resize it to look like a platform. I'll make this one red to indicate it's a speed boost. And don't forget to anchor it. Once you've customized the pad, insert a script into the part just like we did for the jump pad. This script will temporarily increase the player's speed when they step on it. I'm going to rename my script to be Speed Boost Script. And I'm going to rename my part to be Speed Boost Pad. So first we want to get a variable reference to our speed pad. And we want to create a variable for our boost speed. We also want to create a variable for our default speed. This is the speed we will return to once we're done with our speed boost. Next, we want to hook up a function to our touched event on this speed pad. And just like in the jump pad script, we want to get a reference to our character's humanoid. And if we do find a humanoid, then we want to temporarily increase the player's speed, and then we want to wait a short duration and then reset the speed. This script listens for the touched event, finds the player's humanoid, and temporarily sets their walk speed to a higher value. After a short delay, it resets the walk speed back to its default value. You can adjust the boost speed variable to make the player run faster or slower and change the delay to control how long the boost lasts. Let's hit play and test it out. As you can see, when the player steps on the speed boost pad, they sprint forward for a few seconds before returning to their normal speed. Simple, effective, and adds a lot of fun to your game. Today, we learned how to create two fun and interactive mechanics, a jump pad and a speed boost pad. Both of these use the touched event and manipulate properties like body velocity and walk speed to create dynamic movement effects. Try experimenting with the variables in your scripts to change the height of the jump or the speed of the boost. With these basic mechanics, you can start building more complex and exciting interactions in your game. In the next video, we'll get started on making an obby. If you found this tutorial helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.